welcome back everybody. Pro Spartan Gamer with SP Spartan series in Season 2 on the Master League on PES 2015. And it's away to Ipswich. Tough game, but can we carry on this relentless charge to the promised land? We are now 12 games, I think, undefeated, probably playing some of the best football of a generation, really. The last few games we've been absolutely on fire. Having a great afternoon of playing PES here and playing quite a few games. Well, I'm enjoying it as much as I ever have on any console, on any game. This is fantastic. Well done, Adam Beatty and the team. You've nailed it this year. I've never enjoyed PES as much as this, I don't think. Yeah, so usual side that we've been putting out in recent weeks. Pereira dropping back and Jerry having the role up top. Cardinia's having to be happy with a place on the bench. We have dipped into the transfer market early doors and put some feelers out for a couple defenders and our Ghanaian captain Badu in a swap deal for Zuzak. We're seeing if there's any mileage in going for that one again. The other deals are for Anderlecht, young centre-back member. We're looking to exchange Giacomo in that deal. And the other one is Diakite looking to be exchanged for young Ajax defensive midfielder come centre-back Bazor. So some feelers out. We probably won't be able to conclude those deals now, but we're just seeing what sort of deal is available and looking to get free players out the door at the same time. So we'll let you know if there's any more developments for any of them. We're not expecting any conclusions anytime soon, but just to keep you up to date, there are feelers out. And we are very active behind the scenes, looking at players, playing extradition matches to try out different players to make sure we are bringing the right players into this team. Yeah, anyway, let's crack on with this game against Ipswich. Here we go then. Evening kickoff at Portman Road. They caused us problems in the past. I remember beginning of Season 1 when they absolutely marmaduked us. But the way we're playing at the moment, I'm expecting nothing but a Spartan win. Gotta be honest with you. We've passed the 100 goals on the season now. We are looking at the 100 points tally. Having a season of a generation, like I said. These seasons don't come along too often. You've got to enjoy them and lap them up when they come. I mean, the goals of the season video at the end is going to be a difficult one to do. Player of the season and all that. There's going to be so many people vying for it. So many excellent players here at Sparta this year. There's one on the ball now, the Mexican. What a good season he's had. And what about Jerry and Baku? Surprised everybody with the way he's developed this season. Stephanie. Mexican Penna. Oh, nearly just dipped. Thought it was miles over and it dipped quite a lot. The last minute and the keeper was worried. So Spartans just threatening to get going here on 24 minutes. Pereira. Yarmolenko. Good from him. Oh, what a good ball. Leo Batistio! It's a strange goal scorer. He's not scored many, but Leo Batistio, Ragnar Lovebrook, drives it into the roof of the net, and we've got an opening goal here. And that was a good finish from Ragnar. He's had a quiet season, some might say. That position's been anybody's over there. He's sort of made it his own. He made that ball his own then. Look at that. And then when it fell, he hit it with some real revolutions to burst the Portman Road net and give the Spartans an away goal and a 1-0 lead midway through the first half. Oof. Good chance there. Ipswich to level. This game ain't going the way we thought it might. We're not flowing quite as well today. Obviously hit the heights of all purple patches in the last episode when we absolutely stuffed Blackburn and played some of the football to die for. Not quite playing with that same vigour today. Although this ain't a bad move. Yarmolenko. Ah, what a lovely goal. Majika arrives on the nick of time for 2 and a lovely header. That's classic. That was a great move. Majika is scoring more with the head as we get through this season. What a goal. Stream close-up of the goal as he concedes his second. Right the way back, you need to go to see the glory of that one. Pereira, good set-up play. Yarmolenko's been an outlet in his first half. Lovely ball. And Majika arriving. Beautiful header. And this too. Glorious header from Majika. Don't know how many that is now for him. 22 or 23. He's pushing his 50th career goal for the Spartan shirt. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because that could come this season for sure. No one's made 100 appearances yet for the Spartans, because there was only 46 games or so in the first season. We didn't have too many cup runs. So keep an eye on the career. Who's the first Spartan to make it to 100? Good play from Jerry. Ball's on and Majika can find him, and he can. Brian Pereira. Stand it up. Majika back stick. Leo Batista. Whoa. Wouldn't drop for Ragnar Lovebrook, looking for his second of the day. Starting to come in the end of that first half. Spartan 2 goals up. They didn't start firing until about 25-30 minutes. Which can be thankful for that, otherwise they might be 4 or 5 down. Second half to come. Jerry not having his best game today. I haven't said that for a long time. He's been the man of the match for the last 3 or 4 games. But he's certainly not having his greatest of games today. Give him another 5-10 minutes, it might come. Otherwise there might be changes afoot. Did rather dump him on the centre circle there. He got away from him. He thought, you're not getting past me. One way or another, I'm stopping this. Let's have a look at the bench with half an hour to go. Jerry hasn't quite fired today. Leo Batista out on his feet as well. So up top. Not got an option up top. No deco, because he was... Brian Pereira will go up top, and Cardenius will come on. He'll have to run out for a day or two. Batistio will come off for Zuzak. And we've got one more change if we want it. We haven't seen Egan for a day or two. He can come on in the middle. Here is Cardenius. Lovely ball. Penna. Pereira, sorry, not Penna. Majika, Zuzak. Won't break for Zuzak. That's the sort of time when you want him to be strong and win those balls, and it's disappointing when he's not. Zuzak. That's nice. Oh, Cardenius would have been nice if it had come on the end. Again! Oh, should have scored. Not very often he gets in the box. He was in the box with a chance then. And he should have scored, the young Ghanaian. Don't know if he's going to stay at the Spartans or not. We don't know about Egan yet. We have been suitably impressed, but it depends on what price he's going to be, really. And what other targets there are. He hasn't played a lot of football. He's one we can keep an eye on for sure in the Ghana ranks. He'll definitely be playing for them. Waiting for the whistle here. It's not been vintage Spartans by any stretch of the imagination, but we're home and hosed with a comfortable 2-0 win. Ipswich not really caused us that much problems. And we've won with goals from Batistio and a Majika header, which is quite rare, but it's a 2-0 win away from home. And another win on this long trek. There you see. Wasn't the best of games. Wasn't loads of highlights. Stephanie gets man of the match. Yarmolenko was really good in the first half. So was Batistio. See how far away we are from crowning our glory. Leicester have lost again to West Ham. So that was quite a top of the table clash really. Middlesbrough have only drawn, so that is only going to get bigger, that margin now. It's now 21 points, which is 7 games. So, you know, we are nearly there. We are only 9 games away from the end of the season, so really speaking, if we win the next 2 games, we are guaranteed promotion. So this next game is going to be an important one. Not sure who's going to be against. Is it home? It's away to Brighton, down on the seaside again. We'll be back with that one very soon. So second game in this episode 57, I believe, is away at the seaside against Brighton, as we said, mid-table delights for them. Update on negotiations, I'll just show you where we are. We're not going to be able to bring these 2 in yet because there's obviously extra money involved, which we haven't got at the moment. We're going to try and keep them alive for as long as possible. I mean, they're delighted to have Diakite, so we will pull that right back and see what the least we can sort of get that agreed for will be. He's not happy with his annual salary. We're happy to give him a little bit more, but not too much more. He's only a young gun, don't forget. There you are. Can we get him for a 4th season? No. So, negotiating for Bazor is ongoing. For Mvemba is ongoing. We're quite close to negotiation being concluded for Badu. That's the offer on the table. It's a massive salary a year, we know, for the Ghanaian captain. But bearing in mind we're going to be in the Premiership, those are the sort of salaries we're going to have to pay. But it's only £10,000. It will see Zuzak going to Udinese in the other way, but I think that's a good deal for us, bringing in a defensive midfielder of the stature of Badu, a bit of experience in the Premier League. He will sit in there alongside Penna quite nicely. I think that's a good fix for 10,000 and just a salary. We can't really go wrong. That I think is good business for the Spartans. So I'm delighted that if we could get that through the door before the window opens, that would be great. But next up is this game at Brighton to worry about first. And if we win this, we're very close to getting... And Yarmolenko's going to miss a game. That is a surprise. And Yedlin can't come in, which is a shame. So I'd like to have seen Yedlin had a game there. Oh, it might have to be Zuzak, who's probably on his way out, or we played Batistio over there, and on the left can be, let's give Bellassini a run out. We haven't seen much of Bellassini. Zuzak's probably on his way out, so we're going to take him off it altogether, and Selping-Dinas can get on there. Jerry going to come off the bench today. He was quiet in the last game. Perhaps he needs a bit of a rest. I'm going to leave it like that. So, usual suspects really. But Cardenius having a start. He hasn't started for a while. Cardenius need to change the strip because that'll be a clash. We'll go with our yellow kit. Farmer Stadium, Brighton. Can we continue this great run? I think this will be 14 or 15 games undefeated. Quite a few wins in a row as well. We are on the cusp of the Premiership. 2 wins away from Premiership for certain. And I mean, we're going to be crowned captain, Championes as well, surely. It's just a matter of time now. And we are thinking about Premiership and players and everything else. Hence the bid's gone in for a couple centre-backs and Badu. We would like another left-sided player as well. More of an attacking player on the left-hand side is another player we will probably be looking for, as Minna makes a crucial tackle back there. I mean, if Zuzak goes, and that is going to... Yeah, Batistio's done a job over there, but not necessarily what, you know, the... Oh, Yatambar, there could be a break on here. Go on, Cardenius. Stand it up. Oh, couldn't quite get it past the front man. Good ball in. Oh, Majika looking for a header. He's started to get into these headers. Scored 4 or 5 this season now. Awful start to this game. First 25 minutes, a real dog shit affair. Worst game we've had for a long time. Nothing to write home about at all. Just lost their mojo again. Happens, sort of 4 or 5 games playing wonderful football. Then we seem to get 4 or 5 playing pretty poor. We've just got to grind out some results. And Brighton are 1-0 up. That ball into the box when you can't seem to defend it has caused us the problem. And Baldock has got the goal. No one's looked like scoring, to be honest, but Brighton have drawn first blood. We don't want to lose this game. We're going to have to look at putting on a bit of a display now. Manager will be furious with the first 30 minutes. So we've looked like a Sky Bet Championship side, and we haven't looked like one of them for a long time. You know, we've looked like Premiership, Champions League side some games recently. Oh, it's a good run from Brian Pereira, and I expected him to finish it. Beat a couple men, had no right to get in there really, and when it came to the finish, he's just put it wide. Cardenius is back in now. Oh, should have been his right foot. Two big misses from Pereira, and now Cardenius is the reason we're losing this game 1-0. That was a bad miss from Cardenius. Half time, we got a real shake this side up. It's been an awful first half from the Spartans, one of the worst for the last 2 or 3 months. Some players really poor. Some players who've come in haven't done themselves any favours at all, to be honest. And we will be looking at making several changes at half time. You can bet your life on that. So that's what we're going to do. Salping Dinas has come on the left for Belhasini. That'll probably be the last game he ever plays for the club. He's been that poor. Pereira's gone off. Sherman Cardenius has gone off. We've gone with the 2 young guns up top. Jerry and Baku and Dicko and Majika in behind. Just see whether we can turn this around in this second half and get something out of it. Play from Penna. Yatambara. Majika. Jerry and Bagu. Oh, even his touch lets him down. That hasn't happened for a long time. Oh, just can't get it through. Can't get the pacemen stretching their legs. Ball's just not gone. Deflection there. And it's fallen kindly for Majika. And he's missed. It's going to be one of those days. It is going to be one of those days. The men that have scored like 60 goals this season between them, Majika, Pereira, Jerry, couldn't hit water, they fell out of a boat today. 15 minutes, and this has got it wrote all over it. Go on, Dicko. Oh, I done the right thing, and Majika couldn't control it in the box, which doesn't happen very often. 5 minutes to go. The loss looks like it's coming. As they break through to make it 2. There you go. PES all over. Just couldn't play today. We just couldn't play for some reason, for whatever reason. Just wouldn't happen for us. And the run's over. A little bit disappointed here. We didn't play well against Ipswich. The writing was on the wall. And now Brighton have just wrote it in permanent marker pen. Go on, Jerry. Yes, there's a consolation goal for Majika. It's not going to mean much, but at least we scored, and it's not a game that we haven't scored in. No good going mad, Majika. We're still going to lose. It's a tap in after a good effort from Jerry and Baku. Majika got there after playing the slide rule pass, so fair play to him. You know, to run 50 yards, deserved to get your goal. Whistle blows, didn't think there'd be another chance. So we've been defeated, but matter not, we're still going to go up to the promised land, and we're still hopefully going to be getting 100 points. That was the aim. We didn't deserve a lot more out of that, to be fair. We really didn't. It was an awful performance. One of the worst for many a moon. West Ham have won. Middlesbrough have won. So the gap is closed. 10 points to West Ham and a whopping 18 points back to Middlesbrough. Still 8 games to play. We just need 11 points from 8 games to get the 100 points mark. And that's our 5th defeat of the season, which is disappointing. Never mind, we'll be back very soon with another episode, and hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Cheers, dudes.